So it is the 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And we'll just start off with our little march. And we're just mindful to have our water nearby, and we work out to the best of our ability, wherever it is that we're at. Maybe we go a little bit slower, or maybe we speed up when we can, push a little bit harder, or just take a little bit of extra rest, depending on where we're at. So bring it up to a little jog. And of course, we're just mindful of whatever physical activity we did yesterday, whether it was picking up things in our yard or driving here, there, and everywhere, and getting out of the vehicle and getting back in, out, in, out, in. We may be a little bit sore today. Maybe in some spots we didn't even think we would be sore in. So we just take it a little bit easy and just kind of see just how we're feeling in general. So 3, 2, 1, and then we'll take it side to side. We'll bring one arm across. And then we'll take that arm over. And we're just kind of warming things up here. We'll bring the other arm across. And we always take whatever little extra bits of movement we need to get started. We'll bring this arm up and over. And then pull both arms down, making our letter W. And then pull through, lengthening out. Tops of our shoulders all the way down. And then we'll roll our shoulders. So we have our jump squats are first, and then our jumping jacks. We have some punches in there. So we'll just take one thing at a time. And we can always do a round or two of like teaching to get the exercise under our belt. And then there's still 6 more rounds of practice then, even if you take 2, just for kind of teaching or getting like the muscle pattern, like what is my body doing? Or for some of us, that coordination's a little bit tricky. We'll practice a little bit. And then you gradually add to it as you can. So we'll take our heels underneath our hips, and then we sink our hips back and then stand up. So the weight comes into our heels, and then we squeeze when we stand up. And we're mindful to keep our core nice and tight as well. That protects our low back. And then we'll do just a couple more. So we'll do 3, 2, 1. So each exercise that we do today is 8 rounds. So we just work at our ability wherever it is that we're at. Maybe it's a good time to get some water. And then we set up for our squat jumps. So we'll set up. 3, 2, 1. So our butt goes back, and then we drive through our heels. Our arms help bring us up to the top. Maybe we're not jumping today. We're down and up. And then we take our little breather. So some movement in between. That's fine. Kind of helps with momentum. Round 2. So we're down and up. Our butt goes back. Or we take the impact out, just like we're going in a chair, and then we stand back up. So it's whatever we need today. We'll take our breather. Now, if our knees are hurting us, we can take the squat out and turn it into a deadlift. So it's still that butt back motion, and then we stand up. And if that's not maybe as exciting as you like it to be, maybe change it to a march that has more of a cardio effect. That deadlift pattern has more of a strength. Okay, we're halfway. So, and then we talked on Monday about rolling through our foot and not slamming down. So just be mindful of that motion as well. So that slamming down is all that pressure on our low back, plus our hips, plus our knees. So we're down and up. Or maybe we do that little march. And then we just have 3 rounds left. So we're down and then up. So our arms can be used to help with that momentum. And maybe we add a little hop, or maybe we come up on our toes, squat down, and then come up on our tiptoes. That also takes the impact out. Down and up. Or we take the jump out. And a little step side to side. So, and then it's our last round. So down and up, or maybe down, come up on our toes. And thinking about down and then come up on our toes, that helps with that motion before we even leave the ground. So, all right, good time to get some water. And then our next exercise is our jumping jacks. So our modification, we keep it low impact. All right, so 3, 2, 1. So we're mindful of any obstacles like a ceiling fan or low impact, especially if we have any knee pain going on today. Definitely change it to a low impact. You're getting your heart rate up because your arms are working as well, coming above our heart and then below. So low impact. This is our second round. Or your full jack. The other thing we could do is a jump rope, coming up on our toes and spinning our arms like we have the rope. So either one of those. Recovery, and then our next round here. So this is our work. So coming up on our toes, spinning our rope, low impact. Or your full jack. Just kind of depends where we're at. And then we're coming up on the halfway point. So modified, low impact. Or maybe our jump rope. Or our full jacks. We take it to our march. Or maybe like a little step side to side. Something just to kind of keep that momentum going. Because it is very hard to get started once there's like a dead stop. So we just have a couple rounds left here. So modified. You could do modified with both arms. Sometimes with one, it's less to think about with coordination, but you certainly could do both. Or change it to a march if that's side to side, it's a little bit awkward. So we have 2 rounds left. So both arms modified, or maybe our full jack. Could also change it to our modified jump rope for low impact. Lots of different options. One more set. So modified. Or alrighty. So we'll get some water. And then we have our runner shuffle. So little hip hinge, and we're down in our legs, and we shuffle our weight side to side, side to side, side to side. So not a full out jogging in place. So it's less impact on our knees and on our hips. So we'll set up for that. So little hinge forward, we're down in our legs, and we shuffle our weight side to side. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Now for finding that that's hurting our knees, definitely we could take it to a march, or we could even kick forward here. So it would be something different than a march. And we'll take our breather. If you did a march on the jumping jacks, that way you're not marching the whole time. So right foot, left foot. Or change it maybe to some kicks if that impact is bothering you. And we're just mindful as we kick just to keep a slight bend in our knee so we don't snap our knee joint. Round 3. Shuffle side to side, or maybe some kicks for low impact. And then we take our breather. And we're coming up on the halfway point. Or maybe you could also do some punches here if you don't want to do something lower body. Just have a slight bend in your knees as you're punching. And back to our shuffle. All right, just a couple rounds left. And I can show you too for those of you that are, I know we have some athletes that are with us. You can be down in your legs, so really down in that squat. So 1, 2, 3, touch down, come back up. 1, 2, 3, down, back up. So it's just a gentle tap and then back up. If you want to do something a little bit more, it's up to you wherever you're at with your fitness. You just have to kind of gauge how you feel and what you feel like doing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with staying up tall. And there's nothing wrong with listening to your body and turning it to a kick. So that's all part of push when you can and back off when you have to. And this is our last round. So a good time for a little, like a little gut check, right? Can you push just a little bit more? Drop down, come back up. Down, come back up. Down. And you can alternate hands. All righty, then we'll get some water. All right, so our next exercise, little chance to recover, it's our uppercuts. So we're coming right out from our hip, and it's like we're going to get somebody underneath their chin. So we're down in our legs, punch, punch. So I always am mindful to spin up on my toes here, just from being on this carpet. We don't want to hurt our knees. You could do a little march. That's a little coordination though. Sometimes that frustrates people. So you just have to think about where you're at. Set 2, down in our legs. And maybe we just work first on getting that form coming right up from our hip as we're punching. And then maybe we add just a little bit of speed to it as we get our bearings and kind of figure out, oh, okay, that's what this is. So down in our legs, punch, punch. Spinning up on our toes. And this is another really good core because we're twisting right from here. So we're mindful to pull our belly button in to protect our back. And it could be a little march in between. You could do a little jog in between, whatever. And then we get right back into it. Or we can stay up tall and just kind of slow it down a little bit, especially if we had our heart rate up really high with the jumping jacks and that little runner shuffle. Little punch. Right up from our core. Or add that speed down in our legs, protect our knees, protect our back. And then we have 2 rounds left. So those punches are coming right up from our hip, and that's what helps engage our core. We certainly could be up a little bit higher just be mindful if you feel that in your low back. But when we come from here, that gets more into our core than staying so up tall. We'll take our breather. Down in our legs. Or maybe we just make it a little bit quicker yet. Add a little march. So, and don't overthink it. It could be like your right foot, left punch. There's not really any rules there. 3, 2, 1. So here's our last set. Last little bit. So can you go just a little bit quicker? Can you add a little bit more strength and power behind your punches? All right, and then we just check in. How'd we do? Could we have done more? There's always one more day to do the same workout. And really, you could do it, revisit it at any time. So the next one is that speed bag with our hook. So we started on Monday, 1 arm, 2 arms, that rotation, pause, hook. Okay, so we just chunk it and take it slow for those that need. If you already know what to do, then by all means, jump right in there, and you always have to do you. So I have my right arm going, I add my left arm. Once I feel I have that under control, little rotation, and then a pause, and then that hook. So today we're going to try the opposite side. So 3, 2, so left side, then I add my right arm, and I'm just patient with myself. Maybe I need a little extra time to settle in here to get this rotation going. And then maybe I feel okay that I could rotate, pause, hook. And if not, it's okay. We're going to go back over to the right side. Or if today you want to stay just on the left side, since we did so much on the right Monday, you could do that too. It's however you feel. And maybe we add in that second arm. And this side, oh yeah, this side's a pro, because I remember this from Monday. And maybe I'll try one more on this side just to make sure I have it. Okay, yeah, I think I got it on that side. So now I can put all my focus on this left side, because the left side for me is always a little bit more wonky. So I have this left arm going, and that maybe takes a time or two to get it in the rhythm that I feel good about, that I can add in my other arm. And then, okay, yeah, maybe I can rotate, pause, and then that hook. But I definitely feel like I have it on the right side. So I feel like on this side, I could add a little bit more power to it. So I have that right arm, speed bag, bring it around, little pause, hook. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If you just like to do the speed bag, you can just do the speed bag. If you just like the hooks, you can do those too and not have to worry about the extra speed bag. Left side, adding in that second arm, little rotation, pause, and then our hook. Pause. And then we just have 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Bring it around. And our hook. And like I said, you could do right side and then go right to the left side. But everybody's a little bit different. Some people like just to stay on the right and then the left. So it's whatever feels good to you. So you could do right and then go over to the left. That way you're really alternating here. And then we'll take our breather. So it's our front kick and then our side kick. So we put all of our weight over to our left side, kick forward, kick to the side, kick forward, kick to the side. So maybe we hold on to the chair or hold on to the desk for a little extra stability here. So core nice and tight, and we lean over to this left side, kick forward, kick to the side, kick forward, kick to the side. Now our kicks don't need to be very high. They can stay down low. We are leading though with our heel each time. So forward, side. And then we'll take a little breather, and then we'll switch all our weight over to our right side. So keeping our core tight, front, and then to the side. Front, side, front, side, front, side. And this is another one too, that we can chunk. So maybe we just kick to the front, or maybe just kick to the side. So we're on the right side, front, side. Maybe on this round, you just kick to the front. And then on the next round, just kick to the side. It's whatever works for you. We'll do like a little march or maybe a little step side to side. Transitioning our weight over to the right side. Front, side, front, side. And the same idea here. Maybe we just kick to the front. Or maybe we just kick to the side. And then we're halfway. So we're back over to the right side. So we kick to the front, kick to the side, kick to the front, kick to the side. Transitioning all our weight over to the right side. Front, side, front, side. So keeping our core tight helps with our balance, or we certainly can hold on to the wall or maybe a chair that does not have wheels on it. All our weight now is on the left side. March. So front kick on the left and then to the side. So we keep our core tight and it's a little tilt, protecting this hip. Maybe we put our hands on our hips if that helps with our balance, or maybe our arms come in front. And that's it. So Friday, we could get into some punches if you want a little bit more, but that's going to take a little bit more coordination and a little bit more balance, but we can always increase. Just like today with that football shuffle, it's always up to you. It's always up to however you're feeling. Can you push more? Do you need to back off? And there's a difference in our mentality there. We'll bring one arm across. So I feel pain is I have to back off. This is hard. I'm so tired. That's more like a mental thing. Now, that's not to say you cannot get injured when you're working out, when you're tired, for sure. You're not mentally in the game. So it might be a better option to do meditation that day or just take a rest day. And I think by now, largely, our group is very good at giving themselves what they need. You guys are, I think, very good at checking in and saying, okay, today's a rest day, without it turning into like, we'll switch arms, a week of rest days, or, I think you're very honest with yourselves. And I think that's part of maybe just the nature of us as teachers. We're constantly reflecting, how did that lesson go? What needs to be better? So that might be the connection there, is we're used to reflecting. We'll take our hands and pull through, nice big stretch. And then, yep, if you need extra cool down, maybe a piece of cardio equipment that you have, or taking your pets outside for a walk, absolutely would be a good cool down. And then, yeah, don't forget your foam roller. If you're still confused on what foam roller to get, please reach out and I will help you walk through that process. Don't forget to drink your water, and we will do our strength training tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day.